Be honest with yourself. Do you still get bullied? Does it still happen to you even though you feel like it shouldn't? Does it hurt, but you still say it's fine? I wish I knew this earlier so I could cut all this off. It's time to end that and be secure in yourself every day at school going forward. I remember one time when I was practicing basketball during lunch break at school, just practicing on that pull-up jumper. I was all by myself, and walking by was this guy, and he was talking nonsense to me, trying to aggravate me. He was constantly calling me by my full name and mispronouncing my last name over and over and over again. My last name is foreign, so he either didn't know or just wanted to piss me off. And I kept acting unfazed, like it's fine. Politely trying to say no, and eventually he found nothing of it and moved on. I was scared. In a situation like this, you'd normally have a fight or flight reaction. But I just froze. This happened so many times. And when the bully finally leaves, your heart is racing. You're like so nervous. I was so nerved that I just couldn't keep playing. Like, I tried to shoot the ball and I just couldn't make a shot. I just felt so off. So I just had to leave. If you have to grow up in a school environment like this, how can you expect to succeed or feel somewhat secure in yourself and confident going to school to learn, to be there for what you're actually supposed to be there for? How is that possible when this idiot is messing with you? But first, we have to establish that the whole "stop it, I don't like it," that is bullcrap. That will not work. And let's break down why that is. Because it puts the pressure of emotion on you to start off with. Bully doesn't care or hold value in your feelings or emotions. Truth is, you're an outlet for them. And that just makes you look as more weak and more of a punching bag for them. You have to let them know that in some way or another, something they don't like will happen to them. Pain, humiliation, embarrassment, disgust, frustration will be put on them whenever they decide to pick on you. If you're mature and in a regularly safe situation, this doesn't have to mean violence, okay? But the key is to make them feel negative emotion for wanting to pick on you. This is where I would move away from a stoic mindset that I preach and move more so towards a reactive response, because the reaction is very important. So we can break this down into 4 things. 1, look at them in disgust and make them look out of place. 2, if you can, let everyone around you know it is happening. 3, make it unpleasurable for them. 4, watch them repel from you over time. Now, if done right, this can result in people defending you in the social situation you are in. But this means that when something happens to you, you have to make sure that you tell people. You have to be open and telling. This is the one case where the lone wolf doesn't just have to cop it on the chin and move on. Because if you do that, it will keep happening. Now let's understand why they chose to bully you in the first place. Truth is, you may have been easy pickings for them. Like in my case, when I was practicing, I was by myself. I was all by myself. Bully had a friend with him. He was walking over. He wanted to start picking on me. Because they think it's the least risk. There's the least amount of risk in it. Why else would they want to pick on you? Your body language says a lot. Your body posture can last second put doubt in their minds and they wouldn't want to pick on you. Just based off posture. I made a video on this where you always want to stand with your shoulders back and your chest out. That's a sign of bravery. That's a sign of confidence. That's a sign of self-esteem. These changes can build the real confidence inside of you, because that is hard to develop, but you have to walk the way of a confident person. This is why learning about self-improvement is so important, because it can help you increase your self-esteem and your self-assurance. Another way you can prevent this happening to you again is a long-term view of things in the form of physical self-betterment. This means, if it's available, learning a martial art. Learning how to physically defend yourself, rather than just verbal. If you have the physical, then the verbal comes very easy, and it increases your baseline of confidence and assurance that what happens in the next situation with the bully won't get dangerous for you. Because our primal brains are very good at spotting dangers. But if you can defend yourself, then you have the mental fortitude to be the predator, so to speak, rather than the prey. It is also good to Get in the gym, get stronger, eat well, build your frame, have stature, along with the good posture of your chest up and out and your shoulders back. If you take these long-term approaches along with the short-term tricks of making them regret picking on you by making them feel pain and ensuring social safety and these important responses that make it distasteful for them to bully you, if you do all these things, these short-term and long-term things, bullying won't be on the playing cards for you. That won't be a worry for when you go to school. So many kids worry about cyberbullying. If you focus on the in-person pressing issues, then that will translate. Now lastly, I want to get into why they bully. Why this bully decides to bully. Because we can actually show empathy in this scenario. Not during the scenario, but as something to ponder over and maybe communicate about. First thing is, they most likely bully you because of something they're struggling with. At home, maybe they have demons that they're struggling with, so they'll feel safer if they bring them out onto you. The truth is, the guys that have bullied me have lots of insecurities and they're unsure of how to deal with them. Maybe because they can't address it to their parents because their parents may be abusive, mentally, physically, something like that. So now that at this point you've dealt with the bullying, you can now become the person who is inspiring and a role model for others around you to reach the people who feel bitter, resentful, and are tempted to enact that on others and bully others. It is your goal to reach them. It is your priority. After you've overcome your beatings, your verbal abuse, physical, from other people, you can rise above that. That's what this is about. That's what we call a steep transformation. So anyways, I hope this was some steep insight, boys. If you do not take on these steps, this process, like I mentioned it, then the bullying will continue. Take action for me, for you, and for your loved ones, because you have what it takes to end the bullying. Anyways, hope this was some steep insight. Like, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.